Hello and welcome back to the Scottish Man Teaching English. And a reminder to subscribe. I've been experimenting with this OBS scroller utility. It's not working very well, so we'll see how it's going. I've been adding more captions. It might help learners of English to not only hear me, but also read what I'm saying. Normally I freestyle my voiceovers, and so following a pre-written script might not work, so please do bear with me. So what is this channel about? Well, let's start with a bit about me. I have degrees in business and medical imaging. I was previously editor of a journal in the offshore oil industry, but for the last 10 years I've been working in medical research as a scientist studying stroke. So let's have a look at some brain images, etc. Here we've got a bunch of brains. These are slices across the head, and we can see this person's had a stroke. Here we can do some lovely what's called tractography. So that's all the white matter bundles in the brain, all the different fibers connecting the different parts of the brain. And in actual fact, this is my brain. I went in the scanner and my colleague generated these lovely tractography images. I also do retinal imaging. Here's a very fancy, expensive camera that takes pictures of the back of the eye in cross-section, and we get lovely images, and I do image processing and write scientific papers on that. So this channel, it's about learning English, but I want it to be practical. I don't want to get too much into past participles and nouns and all that. Well, of course, you do need that structure, but it becomes very boring. I'd rather have it real world teaching. And obviously with my background in science and medical research, I'll be doing some videos on that. A lot of my undergraduate students do not have English as their first language. For instance, we've got PhD students from China, and I can help them write their scientific papers, for example, because that's a skill in itself. Not only do you have to learn English, but the art of writing scientifically is a whole different beast, and there's some tricks and tips. So one of the things I might do on this channel is show some papers and show some editing and show how things can be improved. So if you have an interest in science or writing for medical research, then do please get in touch. I'm obviously Scottish, so for this channel I'd like to, while teaching English, also bring in a little bit of Scotland, culture, history, etc., scenery. And I'm also learning Spanish, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So Spanish students are more than welcome, and we can add a little bit Spanish into the lessons. So for Scotland, we've got history, culture, and might even dip into a little bit of language. I thought I'd finish this video with two examples from different ends of the spectrum, if you like. We have Robert Burns, a famous poet, famous for many things. Auld Lang Syne, for example. But I like this one, particularly relevant because it's winter at the moment. As the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. So, you know, we can use these kind of sentences to learn about English, and yeah, it's just something a little bit different. And then if you happen to be a student who's moving to Scotland, you might want to mug up on the colloquialism, and I can help with that. So this last scene is somewhat difficult to understand if you're not a native English speaker, but this is a famous comedian in Scotland. So let's have a listen.
Everywhere you go as a tourist, people speak English, but when you've got a Scottish accent, that's very little help. I've run holidays and I've had people translate for me into English. And you walk into a pub and say, "Are you still serving food?" "Ke?" "Oh, he asked you, are you still serving food?" "Ah, si. You get that shit? I was in America. I done a gig in America, in New York, and after the gig, a guy said to me, hey, buddy, are you actually Scottish? And I said, yes. And he said, man, your English is really good.
So there you go. That's it. Thanks for listening. And if you're interested in lessons, please do get in touch. Catch you in the next video.